Hello, welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm going to go through how to make new pages in this .NET website. So I assume you've already watched the last videos. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Now there are a few ways you can try making pages. So one of the ways is using the command .NET new page. Okay, and then you will have this Razor page template. So with that, if you open Vim CS HTML of this Razor page, you will get a very empty template and privacy ch.html.cs. This will be the other ones. So what files did I just open? I opened privacy.cs.html and privacy ch.html.cs. Well, yes, that's one way of getting Razor pages, a new page, but that's not how I like to do it. Okay, so I'm going to remove all the pages HTML. Oops, I should be opening private pages. I should be opening these two pages. So I opened the wrong page just now. So this is the page. It's a very empty template. Okay, you might not know what this is because this is all C# code, but okay, but don't worry about it. We'll deal with the C# stuff later on. Okay, so I want to just there are two like I said, there are two ways of doing this. One is to use the .NET what do you call that? .NET templates. The other is to just copy paste. Alright, so let me show you what I mean. Okay, I'm going to remove the pages one first because I don't want to work with them. So I'm going to remove the pages CS.html. I'm going to add a star at the back. Okay, what does the star mean? The star is a wildcard, and a wildcard basically means this. If I type remove okay, rm-rf page or rm-rf pages, then I put the star here. What this means is that any file or folder beginning with pages, and then the star will represent any combination of letters or alphabets or numbers that come after that. Alright, so what this does is that it will remove any file here, okay, that contains pages and then anything after that. So pages.cs.html, pages.ch.html, okay, pages.cs.html.cs. Anything that comes after pages will be deleted. Okay, any file that matches this pattern. So what happens? Okay, it so happens that both the pages stuff are deleted. Alright, so you want to be very careful when you use this kind of star wildcard command, because that will basically delete everything. Yeah, if you use a remove with the force with the pages star kind of a thing. So that's just a word of caution, but it's a very useful tool because it will allow you to delete multiple files at once. Okay, very easily. So what's the other method which is good to try to make a new web page? Okay, the easy way is to copy what's already existing. For example, index.ch.html and index.ch.html.cs. So these are the two most essential things to what do you call that? To make a new web page. So you need to copy. And to copy, you use a cp-ar or just cp. When I put cp-ar, this is actually for if you want to copy entire file folders. So that is my muscle memory and habit, but you don't always need to use this -ar tag unless you are copying folders. Yeah, I just say this is how I use the copy command. So it's a copy and paste. Index.cs.html. So I want to do a page.html, or I do a testPage.html or CS.html, and I want to do the same for the CS file. So cpar cs index.cshtml.cs to testPage cshtml.cs. Now, what happens is that if you take a look at .NET Watch, what happens is that it will try to build this page, but there will be some errors down here. Okay, this means that copying and pasting literal new pages like that is going to like break your website. So that's why you do not see any active reload going on here. And if you take a look at the text here, it means that there are some errors. You should not do this active reload until .NET will not do an active reload until the errors are fixed. So that's a very nice thing about this active reload thingy. So let's take a look at the testPage.cshtml, and we'll take a look at the testPage.cshtml.cs. So there are two things we need to take note of. All right. So let's go through some of the basics first. Testpage.cshtml. I am going to delete some of these, and there are a few ways of deleting. One is to use the visual line and then delete. Okay, this is one way. So the other way of deleting is to use to press D 2 times in a row. So D 1 time, D 2 time, and that will delete. Okay, so that will delete. Okay. And the nice thing about Vim is that you can there are multiple ways of doing it. So you can use the visual line mode, and then it will start deleting. Of course, you can undo a lot of the deletes that you wanted. Okay. And of course, you can actually repeat commands. So pressing D 2 times will cause you to delete. If you want to automatically repeat this command 3 times, for example, so I can type, you have to escape insert mode and visual mode, of course. Press 3 and then press DD. Okay, it will delete 3 fewer lines. So that's a nice thing about Vim. You can do things like that. So 7 DD, and that will delete the whole paragraph. Okay, so that's just another few tricks with Vim I'd like to show you, or at least demonstrate to you. So what's going on here? We will have at least we will have a few things. One is called this div. We will have a div block and a h1 block. We already saw what that does. So I'm just going to change the text here, and I'll just put test page. Okay, I'll just put test page here. And then this is what the HTML part does. It will edit the text, but most of the things we need to care about are over here. You see all these things with add. What are all these? Okay, so these are actually Razor pages, C#. Okay. Wrong. Hold on. Okay, so this is the page I wanted to show you. Okay, so this specific page, this way of writing web pages is known as you use this thing called Razor. Razor is some markup syntax, blah blah blah. Okay, whatever. It's just known. It's called Razor. Okay, it's not normal HTML, but it's like a Razor kind of a special HTML. All right, which supports C#. So it says here. I will put this in the link, of course. Razor supports C# and uses the @ symbol to transition from HTML to C#. Okay, so what does it mean? Okay, normally in this CSHTML, over here, all of this here is actually HTML code. But if you want to transit to C#, you use this @ symbol. Okay, every time you see this @ symbol, the C# code is invoked. Okay, so there are two languages at play here. One is HTML code, the other is C# code, which is right here. Okay, so all this code here, all of these are actually C# codes. So every time you see the @ symbol, it is a C# code. All right. So you will need to learn both HTML and C# to write web pages this way. Again, it's a little bit of a learning curve, but I think it's worth it. Okay, so yeah, make sure that every time you see an @ add code, C# will be invoked. Okay, so for example over here. Okay, oh wait, yeah, I can't show you examples. I got to fix the web page. Alright, so how do we get the web page running? Okay, so you can see that there are at least three bits of C# code being invoked here. One is the add page, one is the add model, index model, one is this add, and then you have curly braces, which is normal for C#, and of course semicolon is also very normal for C++, C#, and all this C family of codes. So all these are C# codes. Yep, and how do you know what parts to edit? Okay, you can take a look at the you can take a look at this part here, and it will tell you exactly what is wrong. Okay, so these are files with the errors. Okay, this is the first file. This is the testPage cs.html.cs. It says namespace.net.pages already contains a definite definition for index model. Okay, it already contains a definition for index model. So what does it mean? All right, if you look at index ch.html.cs, okay, maybe I'm going too fast. Okay, all right, so let me slow down a bit and then I'll get there. So you see this, I'll just tell you what to do, then maybe explain a little bit more later. But if we take a look previously at the index.ch.html and index.ch.html.cs file, okay, you'll see the add models at index model. So I'm only zooming in on C# part. You may not know what it means, but we'll try to play some do some guesswork. All right, so let's look for the keyword. Okay, it says here add page, add model, and this add curly braces view data. So this add model is the one we are paying attention to. Okay, because the rest we actually don't need to. So where is this add model thing coming from? Okay, so you can see this this thing actually comes from here. It says over here, these things you can just ignore for the time being. Okay, over here you just ignore it for the time being. What you really need to take a look at is this thing over here. Okay, say public class index model, page model. Okay, all of these things here. Okay, where does this index thing come from? Okay, index come from this cs.html file, and if you want to index come from this cs.html file, so that every time you see index, see index model, okay, index model, index model, index model, okay, this index actually comes from it should follow the index.cs.html kind of note. So if you take a look at another example like privacy, so let's take a look at privacy, cs.html.cs. You will see this thing here. Oh, everywhere the model, every word before the model, it's like before. You see, when we have the model thing before, and then we have the word privacy here, because this is actually privacy.cs.html.cs. So you see privacy model, privacy model, privacy model. Okay, so you kind of just change 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So all we are doing now is just comparing the differences between index.ch.html.cs and privacy.ch.html.cs, and then we kind of use that to follow a pattern, so to speak. So this is just following a pattern. So the public class, instead of index model, we'll just call it testPage model, right? testPage model, and I'm going to save. And every time I see index model, I'm going to delete 5 characters and type testPage model, and then I'll save. Okay, one very neat trick about Vim is that you can automatically repeat the last command using the dot sign. So the dot sign is like full stop. How you type full stops, okay, and that's how you kind of repeat the last command. So I can just press dot, and then it will just change it will delete 5 characters, and then it will change the whole thing to test page model. So test page model. So this is a very nice trick about Vim. Okay. So page model, we don't touch it because it's the same. If you compare between testpage.cshtml and .cs and index.cshtml.cs, or rather I'll do the privacy instead. privacy.cshtml.cs. If we compare both of them, page model doesn't change. Okay, we don't always need to use bn now to go to the next file. You just do n and then bn to go back. Okay, so if we take a look at the text down here, it says page model here, and then it also says here page model, but everything else here privacy. So remember, privacy model, privacy model, privacy model, privacy model. There are 4 instances where the code needs to change. And then if you take a look here, you can confirm that index model, index model, index model, index model. We are just comparing the differences, and then we are just copying that template over. Alright, so we're not really going in depth into C# code yet, but I'm just saying, if you don't know any of this C# code, you can kind of guess what makes sense by trial and error. And of course you can just play, comparing the difference. So remember just now we needed to change the model name here into test page model, test page model, test page model, and test page model. Alright, that will actually get you the page reloaded. Okay, so now what happens? Okay, now your active reload has worked and it's starting up very nicely. Okay, so it started up already, so that means that the page actually works. But this is not complete yet. What you need to do is one more thing you need to change is the index, the CS_HTML file. Okay, so let's vim CS_HTML, and then you can see that the model called here is index model. Alright, remember the add model, and then we'll look at the privacy.cshtml, and you can see that they call the privacy model. Well, going by that pattern, we should know that we don't call the index model here or the privacy model. We again use the test page model. So delete 5 characters using insert mode and then put test page model. Okay. Now we are good to go. Okay, we are good to go. So where is our test page? Okay, where is our test page? Well, you can go and look at this. Yeah. Basically, you type the website. Alright, you type the website and then you type the name of the HTML file and everything. Since we changed everything to test page, we need to change the thing to test page. Okay, so how do we infer this pattern? If we go to the privacy policy, we will see that the website is https localhost 7260 privacy. It will change for your computer as well, so don't follow the exact port number. So this number after the colon is called the port number, so don't need to follow, just follow the one that is on your computer. You will be able to see it over here. This is the website. Alright, so if we take a look at the web address of the privacy, it's https localhost 7260 privacy, right? And then you can switch back to home and privacy. You will see that the / is just looking for privacy here. Okay, what page does it follow? It follows this privacy CS_HTML kind of page. So if you type here test page, we will be brought to the test page, but it's not available on the navigation pane just yet. So if we take a look at testpage.cshtml, we can actually just what do you call that? Yeah, we can actually just put in a few paragraphs of things. Hello, this is test text. Alright, then save, and then now suddenly it appears here. So everything's working out fine, right? So you can make new pages. Now there are two ways of making it easy for yourself to navigate to the test page, because once you click back, I don't have any link to click back to the test page. One way is to add a link down here. Okay, so I can go to index.cshtml, and then I can yank and paste here, and then I can put over here. This is a very manual way, test page, and then this is to use hyperlinks, test page. All right, so let's exit and take a look at what we have here. We have the test page. So test page, this is one way of linking yourself to the test page if you know the web address. Okay, and the web address is basically this HTTPS localhost, and then you have to type in the page name, of your test page or whatever page you want, and this will usually follow the name of the CSHTML file. Now the next thing you must know is, well, if that doesn't work, how then can you add the test page thing to this top what do you call that, top navigation bar here? Here, the way to do it is to edit this layout.cshtml file. Okay, so let's vim layout.cshtml, and you'll be introduced to this. You'll be introduced to this very complex HTML or CSS kind of file. Okay, this is a HTML file. This is not CSS. This is the CSS file. Layout cshtml.css. So this is the CSS file here. Cascading style sheets is more for aesthetics, but it may be important later on to learn. But let's take a look at the HTML file. All right. Where do you find the navigation bar? If you take a look at the div class over here, this block I'm highlighting, or rather the UL class. UL class, this is the nav bar dash nav flex dash grow 1. This is the navigation bar. And then under the navigation bar, you have navigation items. So li class nav item. Okay, a class equals nav link, text dark, ASP area, blah blah blah. Then you have this thing called home here. And then here you have the next thing called privacy. So again, we may not know the exact syntax and everything, but you just copy and paste. Okay, oops, pasted in the wrong place. So just press U to undo. I'll paste it here. Okay, so I'll just make a new nav item, and then instead of privacy, I will just call this or maybe I will change the second one. Instead of having the second one to be privacy, I'll have the second one to be test page, and then I will save and see what happens here. Test page actually pops up here. All right. Now, I have not taught you, I have not gone through any of the proper syntax, what it means and anything. All I've done here is to say, if you're not familiar with the code, if you're not familiar with the syntax of the C# code, for example, what you can do is to copy wholesale and paste wholesale, and then just compare between different C# files and CSHTML files, and then we kind of do this file by file comparison, and then we tinker, we test, we change, and then we kind of figure our way around C#. Okay, so again, I have not gone through any C# files just yet, but just by comparison, we were able to sort of figure our way around what needs to change and what doesn't need to change. And just by doing that, we were able to make a new test page, right? Okay, unfortunately here the test page here is like still stuck at privacy policy, meaning to say there's something else we need to do. Okay, it's not bringing us to the right page just yet. So let's take a look at layout.cshtml and look at what happens in our second one. Okay, why is it bringing us to the privacy page when we have the test page item here? Okay, if you take a look here, you see li class nav item, a class nav link text dark, blah blah blah. You can see the difference between this this navigation item and the privacy navigation items, there are two places it changes. One is over here. The home is this name over here, but the other place it changes is the ASP page. The ASP page is index. So whenever you press the home, the index CSHTML page actually loads. And likewise over here, when you click the privacy page loads. But over here in this thing, I actually forgot to change this /privacy to the proper thing, which is, for us, it is the test page. So just by changing a few lines of code, we can change this to test page and save it. And if we click test page now, we should be able to go back to test page. Okay, something is a little bit wrong. Alright, oh yeah, now after reloading a few times, it goes to test page. So yep, this is the correct way of doing it. Alright, if you want to include it into the navigation pane. So test page, privacy. Okay, so hopefully this exercise will show you, if you're not sure about the code, if you're not sure about the syntax, what each code means, you don't have to know everything. You just have to copy, paste, edit. Okay, copy, pasting, and editing. So this is a good skill to learn whenever you come across code that is new to you. Okay, so you can edit code without actually knowing what it is about, just by looking at the patterns and maybe drawing some inferences. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again. Bye bye.